Hey guys, what's up? I hope you are doing well. So, is the preparation strategy coming along very well? Yes. So, let's recapitulate on the strategy that I had given yesterday. So, let some people come. There are some people joining in. Yeah, so let the numbers rise. Show me how many people are there, how many people are actually working hard, how many people want to actually crack this examination. So let people join in. Come on. Yes. So some people have joined in. Now, look, yesterday I had given you a strategy of 3 things to be covered in roughly 4 hours. So what you have to make sure is that you are able to cover the entire thing in 3.5-4 hours. Even if you are not able to do it, you would be able to do it in more time, or you would be able to do it through certain guidance of your friends, or you can ask us, or you can even refer to Prepper's course. Let me give you an example. Yesterday I asked you to study something like the fiscal policy, right? Now, fiscal policy is something which is a part of public finance. Now, since you have read it and it was today's target, so let's see what all you should have known for fiscal policy. You should have known something like that what are the tools in the hands of Government of India to regulate money supply in the market so that inflation is something that can be captured or inflation can be regulated, and economic growth, that economic growth should also be catered to. These 2 things were supposedly very, very important. So what does the government do? Government draws up its revenues and expenditures and government controls them. So government's revenues and expenditures need to be drawn from the point of view of revenue receipt, capital receipt, revenue expenditures, capital expenditures. On that basis, you would be able to understand what are the government actions that would increase the revenue or decrease the revenue, increase the expenditure or decrease the expenditure. This is what you should know, and this is what is to be applied. So fiscal policy had 2 types of budgets. It has revenue budget, it has capital budget. On the basis of those 2 budgets, you have revenue deficit as well as capital deficit. Revenue deficit, revenue surplus, capital loss. So these terms you understand while you read fiscal policy. So the point being, for the students who are doing self-study, I'm just telling for them, for those purposes, that because you are studying by yourself, you should be knowing all these things, because MCQs can be easily made on these questions, right? Other than that, you had quant and you had general awareness. So all these things are important and you should be knowing from the point of view of understanding that what all things you should be dealing with while studying. Now coming to the day 2 strategy. The day 2 strategy, that is, if I'm saying it today, you would have to apply it tomorrow and make sure that you are able to complete your targets. So one thing that you are specifically going to finish tomorrow is monetary policy. Monetary policy would take you roughly 100 to 120 minutes. For freshers, it might take half an hour more. So it might go up to 3 hours. So banking professionals and all, you should not take more than 2 hours for finishing off this entire chapter of monetary policy. Now what you should be knowing in monetary policy, I'll tell it to you very briefly. Monetary policy is a tool which is in the hands of RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, it generates money supply in the economy. Now its duty is to do 2-fold things. First is to contribute towards economic growth, and second is to regulate inflation. If it has to make sure of these 2 things, it has to make sure that it is regulating the money supply in the economy. By regulation of money supply, it has certain tools in its hands, the qualitative tools, quantitative tools. So you should be knowing every single tool from the point of view of its contribution to money supply. So whatever is the contribution to money supply, please know it. Repo rate, reverse repo rate, CRR, SLR, etc., its increase, its decrease, whatever is there, you should be knowing it thoroughly. And what is its impact on money supply? What would be its impact on inflation? What would be the impact on something like economic growth? All these are important things. These are conceptual things. These are basically MCQ based things that you should be knowing. So make a target 100 to 120 minutes, 2 hours. Freshers should not take more than 2.5 hours. So read this from the NCRT. You can read this from the NCRT, it's important. NCRT, this has covered it very well. Plus you have internet sources in order to understand it well. People who have subscribed to our course, they will find monetary policy covered in 5 parts, four parts, yes, 4 parts, and the 5th part is basically current affairs, the current portion related to monetary policy. Make sure the people who are studying at home, you are supporting the monetary policy with the monetary policy committee report that comes bi-monthly. So for that you have to search and you have to summarize it. So you would take another 20-25 minutes for doing that. This is the first task for tomorrow, right? The second task is the general awareness portion. Now the general awareness portion is important for prelims, that is phase 1, grade B phase 1. For grade B phase 1, you have to be specifically aware that general awareness asks around 80 questions. And people keep on asking that, how to do current affairs, what to do in current affairs. Look, current affairs, don't make a mountain out of a molehill. You have to simply focus upon one thing, that current affairs is something that should be in particular focused upon knowing stuff generally. So banking stuff you should be knowing generally. Whatever has been done on banking, whatever is reflected in the economy page, plus whatever is reflected in the Union Budget 2017, plus whatever is given in the economic survey. Every single topic is important from the point of view of phase 1 as well as phase 2. So MCQs can be made on it. Hence you have to be particularly focusing upon making sure that you are studying all the current affairs from all 3 sources. The banking current affairs, they would be important for RBI grade B phase 1 general awareness portion. So yes, current affairs are important and you have to study them. Students who have subscribed for our course, we would be giving monthly banking awareness videos. Plus I would be giving you the Union Budget video, the key highlights of Union Budget, as well as economic survey every chapter. So I've recorded economic survey roughly 100 minutes, 120 minutes. It would be easy for you to do. So general awareness portion is very, very important. You have to make sure that you study the general awareness portion. And general awareness portion has to be studied from the point of view of dynamic more, right? This should take you around 30 to 40 minutes every day. And the third portion is Quant. Quant includes, tomorrow's target is profit and loss and partnerships, P&L and partnerships. Profit and loss questions are basic questions which are asked. You have to be fast at calculation. Look, these are those type of questions, especially in the case of profit and loss, you can figure out from the basis of options. Whatever questions you have been given, you can figure it out on the basis of options. That you have been given certain figures, this is the revenue, this is the expenditure, this would be the profit, or this would be the percentage of profit. You would be able to figure out. How you would be able to figure out? Because the options are very far off. You have been given 20 out of 100, it will be 20%. It cannot be 25, 15 or any other thing. So the options would give you the right answer. You would have the entire aspect to choose it through options. That is profit and loss. So profit and loss is a very basic topic, provided you are able to do smart work. And the same goes with partnerships. A is to B is to C. Share profits in the ratio of 4:2:1. Now distribute in this ratio. Or you have to take certain partnerships where you have to figure out what is the share of the third partner. Or if the third partners coming in with certain amount of shares, what would be the share that would be sacrificed by the first 2 partners? So all these questions you would be able to figure it out on the basis of the practice that you have done. Plus, make sure that you are banking on the options. Look, remember always that the paper is for a certain amount of time. It is for 2 hours. It is for 2 hours for everyone. So everyone has to do it in 2 hours. It is not only you. So if people are able to complete it, it means their functioning is a little faster. How? Because they do smart work. So start doing smart work. Start playing with options. Start using options. You would be able to understand things well. Right? So you have to make sure that whatever you are studying and whatever you are contributing towards, it is happening in a systematic manner. Do not worry on systematic. I will tell you how to follow a system. Please follow the 45-day strategy that we will be giving you every single day. And over and above, make sure you achieve targets. Plus, be regular with the newspapers. Be regular with the newspapers. So this was all about the timetable that you are supposed to follow. I would like to give a special message to those students who are constantly under the worry mode, जिनको चिंता होती है, जो परेशान रहते हैं. देखिए परेशानी की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. फॉर्म जल्दी आ गया, डेज कम बचे हैं, वो सबके लिए है. इट इज़ फॉर एवरीवन, इट इज़ नॉट ओनली फॉर यू. You have to simply make sure that whatever you are doing it in a manner where you are doing it with dedication. Please trust me that whatever timetable we are giving, if you follow it, make sure you are able to solve it entirely, or you are able to complete it entirely in 4 to 5 hours. 5 hours बहुत upper limit बता रहा हूँ मैं. हमने यहाँ पे 200 मिनट का तो टाइम टेबल आपको बताया है. 120, 40, 40, 200 मिनट, 200 मिनट 3.5 घंटे होते हैं. 3.5 घंटे का भी हमने एक्सटेंड करा 4 घंटे. 4 घंटे सेल्फ स्टडी. अगर कोई प्रोफेशनल बैंक में काम करने वाला, द वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स ऑल्सो स्टडी, एंड जो नहीं काम कर रहे हैं उनके लिए तो बिल्कुल फीजिबल है. देयर इज नो एक्सक्यूज. RBI Grade B at this particular stage as we speak is easily achievable provided you are doing it with dedication. Any kind of doubt, write to us. Any kind of doubt, call us. Make sure you are able to crack the examination this particular year. इस बार नहीं करोगे फिर 365 दिन की साइकिल शुरू हो जाएगी. 365 डेज साइकिल विल स्टार्ट. फिर अगले साल फिर यही हाल होगा. ट्रस्ट मी, यही होता है. ऐसा नहीं होता है दैट यू आर वेरी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड. मेक श्योर दैट दिस इज द लास्ट लैप. Press the pedal and make sure you are achieving the maximum height. All the best for the preparation. Do not worry. Write to us in case of worry, and please, please, please try to achieve whatever we are giving as a timetable. Consider it as a serious timetable. We are making a 45-day strategy which is for phase 2 as well as phase 1. Students who have subscribed for the prepper course, make sure you are attending whatever we are giving in a timely manner. Any kind of doubts, write to us. We would revert to you within 24 hours, 1 working day, maximum to maximum 2 working days. But we will be definitely reverting to you. Follow the prepper strategy, whatever has been given, and make sure that you are also going through the mocks that we would be giving, as well as the booklet that has been given to you. So it's a holistic course. Make sure you are seriously following it. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night and take care of yourself. Hard work, all the best.